Alright, Celtic fans, what's happening? Welcome back to Celtic Central News, your go-to place for all things Celtic. First off, big shout out to all our subscribers. Your support is incredible. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to hit that button, smash the like, and let's keep building this community. We're all about Celtic, and we're just getting started. Now, on to the big news. And I've got to tell you, I wasn't expecting this. The club has dropped a bombshell, and we're in for one hell of a ride. Rodgers is no longer the manager of Celtic FC. That's right, he stepped down, and it's all official now. You know, a lot of us thought that the situation had just kind of stalled out, with Rodgers seemingly uninterested, the team not clicking, and fans getting frustrated. But boom, here we are. I have to admit, I didn't think Celtic would act so quickly, but they've done it, and now it's time for a change. What's crazy about this is that we were all kind of waiting for something to happen, but we didn't expect it to be Rodgers resigning. I thought we'd see the same old, a lack of motivation, players just going through the motions, and no real urgency. But now, just like that, everything has changed. It's like a breath of fresh air. And for the first time in a while, there's a little bit of hope back at Celtic Park. It feels like we're turning a corner. So, who's taking over for the time being? Well, Celtic has brought in Martin O'Neill. Yes, you heard that right. The man, the legend, the one who led us to glory in the past, is back in charge for the time being. It's an interim role, and alongside him, Sean Maloney will help out. I know, some of you might be thinking, what's going on? But let's not forget, O'Neill knows Celtic, and he's one of our own. There's no doubt that his arrival brings some much-needed stability and, hopefully, a new direction. I've got to be honest, though, this wasn't what I expected. I thought we might go in a completely different direction, but here we are, with O'Neill back at the helm, even if it's just for a short time. We need a long-term solution, that's for sure, but for now, this is a step in the right direction. The club has said that the search for a permanent manager is already underway, and we'll find out more about that soon. But for now, O'Neill and Maloney are in charge, and we'll see how this plays out. What's also wild is the timing of all this. The decision to part ways with Rodgers has come just before a big match, and suddenly, we're all wondering how the team is going to react. It's a total shake-up, and it's hard to wrap my head around it. But maybe this is the jolt the team needs to get back on track. It's been a long time since we've seen Celtic play with that fire and intensity, and maybe this change will reignite that spark. I'm still processing everything, to be honest. It feels like the club is finally doing something, finally making a move after so much stagnation. There's a bit of excitement now, and I think that's what we've all been missing. It's not that we wanted Rodgers to leave, but the way things were going, something had to give. Now that it's happened, there's a glimmer of hope that things can improve, even if just a little bit. At least it feels like the club is taking action, and that's a start. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture here. Celtic is at a crossroads. This isn't just about one man, one manager. This is about the future of the club, and we've seen enough to know that changes are needed at the top. We can't just blame Rodgers for everything. The board, the structure, the recruitment. There's plenty of blame to go around. But, and this is important, the first step is always the hardest, and that's why this moment is so crucial. Some might say that Rodgers has been given too much credit, that the club's issues run deeper than just him. And I'd agree to an extent. But let's be real here. Rodgers had his flaws, and it was clear that the relationship between him and the fans had soured. That wasn't helping anyone, not the team, not the supporters. So, while it's unfortunate that it came to this, it's probably for the best. There was a lot of frustration building up, and it needed to be addressed. This decision might just be the fresh start that Celtic needed. Of course, the big question now is what's next? Who will be the permanent manager? I know many of you are already speculating about possible candidates, but for now, we have to wait and see what the board does. The pressure is on them, and rightly so. They need to get this right. We can't afford another misstep. The club has to find someone who can lead Celtic back to the top, someone who understands the fans, the culture, and the ambition of this great club. But for now, we've got O'Neill and Maloney taking charge. Let's see what they can do in the short term. The immediate task is to get this team back to winning ways, to show the fans that the club is still alive and kicking. This is a pivotal moment in Celtic's history, and while there's a lot of uncertainty, there's also a sense of hope. We've been here before, and we've come out on top. Let's hope this time is no different. All right, let's dive into the next chapter of this story. Now that Rodgers is no longer in charge, we're all left with so many questions. What happens next for Celtic? What kind of team will we see in the coming weeks? The uncertainty is high, but there's also a sense of anticipation that's been missing for quite some time. One thing's for sure, we can't just sit back and expect things to fix themselves. This is a moment for action, and it's crucial that the club makes the right decisions moving forward. First off, we've got Martin O'Neill stepping in as interim manager. It's wild, isn't it? The man who led us to so many highs in the past is back, even if it's just for a short stint. Now, I know a lot of fans are probably thinking the same thing. O'Neill's no spring chicken. At 73 years old, he's not exactly the long-term answer. But for now, he's a steady hand, someone who knows what it means to manage Celtic. We've seen what he can do before, and maybe that's exactly what we need right now. A bit of experience, a bit of calm, and a bit of nostalgia. Let's not forget, the guy knows this club inside and out. But at the same time, we have to ask ourselves, what's next? How long can we rely on someone like O'Neill, even with all his experience? We all know that he's not going to be around forever, and the club is already looking for someone to take over permanently. The big question is who that person will be. The future of Celtic rests on the next managerial appointment. It's not just about this season. It's about the next few years and ensuring that we continue to build on the success we've had in the past. There's been so much talk about the board and their role in all of this. It's no secret that the club's leadership has come under fire recently. From poor transfer dealings to questionable decision-making, the blame doesn't just lie with Rodgers. The board has to shoulder some of the responsibility, too. We all know that they haven't always made the best decisions when it comes to recruitment, and that's been a big issue. But now, the focus is on finding the right manager, one who can turn things around and get Celtic back to where it belongs, at the top. I think the most frustrating part for a lot of fans is that we've been here before. We've seen the club struggle with these issues in the past, and we've seen managers come and go. We've seen a lack of direction and a lack of vision from those at the top. That has to change, and it has to change now. We need someone who understands the culture of the club, who can build something sustainable, and who can bring in players who will push us forward. No more quick fixes, no more short-term solutions. Celtic deserves better than that. The good news is that we've still got a strong squad. There's no denying that. We've got some great players who have the potential to make a real impact. But they need the right leadership, and they need to be given the opportunity to thrive. I'm hoping that O'Neill, even in this interim role, can bring a bit of that old Celtic fire back. The passion, the grit, the determination, it's been missing, and we need it back. But that can only happen if the board is committed to making the right moves, both in terms of management and recruitment. Let's be real, this is a crucial moment for the club. We can't afford to waste any more time. The season is still young, and there's plenty of football to be played. But every game is vital now. We need to make sure that we're not just going through the motions, but that we're giving our all to every single match. This is the time for Celtic to stand up, to show what we're made of, and to prove that we can bounce back from adversity. It's not going to be easy, but I believe we've got the squad to do it. We've got the talent, the heart, and the supporters who will back this team no matter what. Now, I know a lot of you are probably wondering, what does this mean for our chances this season? Can we still win the league? Can we still compete at the highest level? I won't sugarcoat it, it's going to be tough. But we're not out of it yet. With the right manager in place and the right mentality from the players, anything is possible. It's going to take time, but I'm confident that we can turn this around. We've been through tough times before, and we've come out stronger. This is just another chapter in our story, and we have to make sure it's a positive one. The next few weeks are going to be crucial. The team needs to show up, the fans need to show up, and the club needs to show that it's committed to doing whatever it takes to get back to the top. It's not going to be easy, and it won't happen overnight. But if there's one thing I know about Celtic, it's that we're a club with history, with pride, and with a loyal fan base that will never give up on this team. We need to show that we can weather the storm, and we need to show that we can rise above the challenges we face. So what now? We wait and see. We wait for the board to make their move, and we wait for the new manager to be appointed. But in the meantime, let's get behind the team, get behind O'Neill, and show that Celtic is still very much alive. There's a lot of work to be done, but I believe in this club, and I believe in the supporters. We've got this. It's time to fight for Celtic. Hail, hail. As we wait for the dust to settle, one thing is clear. Celtic is at a crossroads. There are plenty of questions that still need answering, but the most important one is about the direction we want to take. The appointment of a new manager will define the future of the club, and we have to make sure that it's someone who can bring the stability and success we've been craving. This is not just about the current season, but about building a lasting legacy for Celtic. We need a manager who understands the culture, who can inspire the players, and who knows how to navigate the pressure of managing a club of Celtic stature. The next few months will be crucial, not just in terms of performance, but in terms of trust. The fans need to feel that the board is committed to making the right decisions. Too often, we've seen quick fixes and short-term thinking, and that's led to disappointment. This time, the club has to do things right. We need long-term planning, smart investments in both players and staff, and a clear vision for the future. Celtic is a club with enormous potential, and it's time to unlock that potential once and for all. Finally, let's not forget the importance of the fans. Celtic FC is nothing without its supporters, and it's crucial that we all stand together through this turbulent time. There may be disagreements, there may be frustrations, but at the end of the day, we all want the same thing: success for our club. Now is the time to rally behind the team, the staff, and everyone involved in the club. The road ahead may not be easy, but with the right leadership, the right mentality, and the unwavering support of the fans, Celtic can overcome any challenge. Hail, hail! Before we proceed, subscribe to our channel and enable notifications to receive all exclusive news about Celtic FC. Don't miss any details about your favorite team. It's extremely important for Celtic FC fans. Whispers have been circling in the Glasgow streets, and it seems the Rangers fans have chosen this week to crank up the banter against their long-standing rivals, Celtic. Sources close to the Ibrox faithful hint at a campaign of cheeky provocations, ranging from chants outside Celtic Park to playful social media taunts, sparking a buzz in the Scottish football community. Eyewitnesses claim that a section of the Rangers supporters have been spotted sporting banners with sly nods to past victories and cheeky digs at Celtic's recent form, fueling speculation that a larger, coordinated effort might be underway. Rumors suggest this isn't just typical rivalry talk. There's chatter about elaborate displays planned for upcoming matches, designed to rile the boys and keep the old firm feud alive and kicking. In pubs around the city, conversations have turned to betting on how Celtic might respond. Some whisper that the boys' faithful are already plotting a riposte, with ideas ranging from witty chants to banners of their own, while others say Celtic might keep quiet, letting the provocation simmer and watching Rangers fans squirm. It's classic old firm theater, where every glance, every song, and every banner carries a touch of mischief. Insiders claim that this wave of Ranger antics has given the supporters a renewed sense of camaraderie, with even casual fans joining in the playful jibes. Whether it's clever wordplay or visual gags, the atmosphere is charged with anticipation, as though the city itself is holding its breath for the next twist in this age-old rivalry. For now, it seems the Rangers faithful are having their fun, teasing Celtic with a mix of humor and audacity, while the football world watches closely. One thing is certain. In Glasgow, rumors and banter are part of the game, and this latest round of provocation promises to keep the city buzzing until the next clash between the two giants of Scottish football. Hello, fan. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, as it means a lot to Celtic FC. Also, share your opinion about the news in the comments below. See you in the next video.